So I have the November edition of the Beautymoon Cosmetics subscription box. It is a 3-month subscription box service if you sign up for it, and I have received quite a few so far. Thank you so much to Beautymoon Cosmetics for gifting me these boxes. They are just something to look forward to, a little treat, and especially the fact that you have a bit of a mystery. I did get a few spoilers with this one though. I did see the eyeshadow palette in this one, which made me very excited. So the box does retail for £30 on the Beautymoon Cosmetics website, and I will link that down below in case you're interested in picking one up. Now I do have this little sheet that came with the box, and it does tell you a breakdown of the individual cost of each item and then the total value of what the box is worth, and it's always over the £30 that you're paying for the box. So this box in total is worth £63.50. And for £30, I mean, that's exciting. And as you can tell, because it's a November box, it is the winter theme, because obviously we're getting these every 3 months. So I think this is something super exciting. I don't know where to begin. So first we have some translucent powder, and on the card it does say that this retails for £10. I really like the packaging and component of this powder, and then when you open it, it does have the little poof that is included, and I'm excited to give it a go because I'm always on the lookout for a good setting powder. The cream eyeshadow retails for £8, and it's an absolutely stunning colour. This is in the shade Glacial, and it is like a blue to a purple to a pink, sort of shifty type of shade. And when I was swatching this, it feels super soft and a little bit sort of jelly-like to the touch, but I think we're gonna definitely have to include this today because it looks stunning. We have the Chrome Liquid Liner in Polar, and again, this one is super shifty and gorgeous. I really like the packaging of all these different components, and this has got a super fine tip on the end of the liner, so you can be precise with it, line cut creases, all of that good stuff. So I'm excited to try this one. This one does shift from like a purpley to an orangey type of shift, and a few different colours in between. The shimmer lipstick is £12, and this is in Twinkle Kiss. Again, really nice packaging, and on the inside it's a little bit of an orangey brown sort of nude with a little bit of shimmer, and I think it's a little bit more of the buildable formula, so it's not fully opaque, which I appreciate, and I'm excited to try this one. Then we have the Winter Veil 6-pan eyeshadow palette, and this retails for £24, and this was my little spoiler that I did see over on Instagram, which made me super excited for this box, because inside the 6 shades, like we have a shifty shimmer called Blizzard, we have a nice deep matte, we have 2 other blue mattes in this that are a mid-tone and a super light shade, which I'm very excited about, and then 2 other shimmers, one of them more marbled and one of them more like, it looks like it's going to be a toppery shade. So we're going to do a look with this today. It's been a while since I've done a fully blue look, to be honest. So I'm going to take the little poof out, and I think I'm just going to tap some powder into the lid. I do like a translucent powder, and I am going to use the little powder puff that's included, and I haven't got a mirror anywhere near me. Obviously with the powder as well, like, it looks beautiful as it's going on. It definitely looks blurring, and it's definitely setting down my base. But of course I'm going to have to wear this over a long period of time to see what the longevity is of this powder. But just from first impressions, just applying that, it's going on really nicely, mattifying everything beautifully, and I'm looking a little bit blurring, to be honest. It says there is 15 grams in this as well, but yeah, I'm impressed with how that's going on. I might just line my lips with my Maybelline Colour Sensational lip liner in Coral Fire, and then we can put the lipstick on. Okay. That is a beautiful colour. Okay. Doesn't smell of anything, glides on super easily, feels very comfortable on the lips. I don't think this is going to be like a dry down matte situation. This is definitely a shimmer lipstick. There is tiny little glitter particles in it, but they're not super huge. And I just think it looks really pretty. And the fact it's got more of an orangey tint to it as well. I mean, if you know me, you know I love an orange lip. Oh, that is so nice. Okay, I'm just going to prime my eyes with my Sigma eyeshadow primer, and then we need to create a fully blue Winter Wonderland type of look. Okay, so looking at this palette, we have a really nice variety of mattes in this one. This is like a complete palette for me because we have depth, light, mid-tone, and different depths in shimmer. So I'm very happy about that. This is a perfect monochromatic blue type of palette. So, I think I'm going to start with the shade Silent Night, which is the deepest. And I am going to pack this into the outer corner because I definitely do want some depth out there. This is a lovely deep blue. And I feel like it's going to contrast really nicely with that orange lip. But again, the lip isn't too orange that it's going to look out of place. Okay, and I don't want this deeper blue to overrun the look, so I'm going to try not to take it out too far or up too high. I'm literally running out of brushes, it's no joke. And then I'm going to go into North Light, which is this one here. Oh wow. Oh, that is a stunning blue. Back in with a little bit more of that deeper shade just to make sure that the blend is how I want it to be. I need to remember to stop hunching when I start doing my eyeshadow. Then of course I am going to be going into the Snowdrift shade, which is the lighter pastel blue. I'm 100% packing this on toward the inner corner. It is very hard to do a pastel and do it well, but that one is so far looking really nice. I always forget how much I love blue eyeshadow until I put it on again. I know it scares a lot of people and they don't like blue eyeshadow, but for me, I love a blue eyeshadow. Look at this. Okay, shimmer wise, we do have the Snow Glow shade. Oof. We have Blizzard and we have a Winter Veil. But don't forget, we also do have the Glacial shade that is, and I can open it with slightly eyeshadowy fingers. We've got to use this right. Oh, it looks absolutely stunning and 100% I'm just going in with my finger. It feels like a baked formula, this. It feels really, I was going to say nice to swatch it on your finger, but that's a bit weird. Okay, so she is looking cute. Then I think we are going to go into the Snow Glow shade, which is the lighter shade in the palette for the inner corner. And I have sprayed it just to make sure I don't get fallout. Ooh, she is nice and icy for that inner corner. Okay, I've taken it onto the lower lash line as well. And it's just transforming on top of that blue matte that's down there. Okay, I'm living my little Winter Wonderland dreams right now. Okay, taking the darker shade called Blizzard and spraying it, I am gonna just wedge a little bit between the matte and the shimmer. Oh, that is beautiful as well. Okay, now what shall we do with the liner? Because I do want to use it, but I don't know what to do with it. Should I just draw a line? Maybe? Maybe? Okay, I did just randomly draw a line. I need to go over it. I don't know how well you're seeing this on camera because I'm literally hunching again. Hold on, let me get another mirror and then I might not hunch as much. I feel like this would look better if I stick on some gems. What are your thoughts? You agreed? Okay. How about some pearls? I believe these may be nail art gems from Amazon. I don't know if they sell them like this anymore. I'm thinking some teeny tiny little pearls and stick them on with some eyelash glue, and I pick them up with a wax pencil and just dot them on and maybe it will look like snow. Prance from Colourpop to go in the waterline to match this little balloon moment we have going on, and I am going to jump off and stick on some lashes, put on some mascara, and then we'll come back and see how it all looks together, and I'm going to let you know my thoughts on the first impressions of the things that's in the box, and I'll tell you my favourite thing. So this is how we are looking now that everything is on. And I think it definitely is a nice blue wintry theme for this box, and everything that I tried I really enjoyed. There wasn't one thing that I tried that I didn't enjoy in this box, and like I said, we'll have to test this powder out a little bit more just to see how the wear test is, that type of thing, the longevity. But going on first impressions, set my base beautifully, looked nice and blurring on the skin and no issues whatsoever. So excited to see if this holds up. The cream eyeshadow is absolutely beautiful. Enjoyed using this on the lid, and the fact that it's shifty as well and it shifts to sort of like a pinky purple is a really nice touch. I know a lot of people do like to collect single eyeshadows, so that one is really nice. And the liner, now if I could have been a little bit more artistic today and thought of a better way to do it, that probably would have helped, but I really like the liner. It's very, very shifty and sparkly and metallic, as you can see. And it's kind of like I've done sort of a weird high cut crease thing. But actually I think it looks really effective with the pearls on the ends of it, and yeah, I can definitely see the shift as I turn my head, so I think that is a really nice touch as well, having this in the box, especially for Christmas time and you want to add something a little bit extra special, a little bit different, party season and all that. And the eyeshadow palette, like I said before, this is a complete eyeshadow palette for me because it's got that range in depth, and that is what I look for in a palette. Even a super small palette that only has 6 shades, I feel like I wouldn't necessarily have to reach into anything else for a complete look, which is always a good thing for me. I think this Blizzard shimmer here, it looks like sort of a navy shade, but then putting it on the eye, it's sort of got a like little purpley blurply moment going on, which I love a blurple. The dark blue was super pigmented and blendable. I will say the mattes in this palette do feel a little on the thinner side, but that's not to say that they aren't pigmented, because they definitely are. They definitely blended and they definitely look beautiful on the eye. And that Snow Glow shade as well, just that little icy moment in the inner corner. Really nice little 6-pan palette, but my favourite thing in the box has to be this lipstick in Twinkle Kiss, because the orange that this is, I don't know if you know, but I have a lot of orange lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, all sorts of orange lip products in my collection. A lot, okay? I probably need to go through and declutter some of them because I have a problem with orange. However, this specific tone of orange in this formula I definitely do not have, and I'm so glad I now have it in my collection because I think it just looks absolutely stunning. And I feel like if you're scared of orange lips, this would also be perfect for you because it's not too orange. And if you paired it with a brown lip liner, that's going to sort of ground it a little bit and make it feel a little bit more neutral. But I feel like this is a neutral orange, if you know what I mean. So I think the November edition box from Beautymoon Cosmetics is probably my favourite box so far that they have come out with. There has been some good things in the boxes, but all in all, looking at every single product, I think this one is definitely my favourite. So if you was looking to try them out, I would recommend this one the most. Like I say, I will have linked down below where you can sign up. It is a 3-month subscription, so every 3 months you will get a box and you will be charged £30 for that box. And you know, if you don't want it to be a surprise, you can hop over onto Beautymoon's Instagram and they do give you sneak peeks and spoilers just in case you don't like that mystery element to it. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this box. Definitely going to keep testing out these products. Let me know what you think to these products and what you think to this whole idea of a subscription makeup box from an indie brand. And also, it'd be really interesting if you could let me know as well in the comments what you would like to see included in these boxes. What types of products, colour stories and themes. Thank you so much for checking out this video, guys. If this is the sort of content that you enjoy, then please do consider subscribing, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.